And I think we're live. I think. Let me just double check. Let me just get off my UK dashcams video. Yep, we are live. Welcome everyone to TFRL A-League Round 5 here at the Circuit de Catalunya in Spain. I'm JimTed14 and I'm going to be your solo commentator tonight. Yes, you heard me right, solo commentator, as Mr. Aaron Collingwood is sadly unavailable to commentate tonight. Hopefully he is doing well in whatever he is doing. But joining me in the commentary box for now are two drivers, well known to TFRL. We've got LMC Will, and we've got That's More Guy 2001. Good evening, guys. How are you doing? You all right? I'm not sure where Will is. Is he here?
I had my mic on mute.
You had your mic on mute? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. What's your guys' thoughts going into this race? Spain is a bit of a tricky track. From a commentator's point of view, who would you like to see perform well in this race? With the competitors. Oh.
I'm gonna. I hope that Onyx Mer does well.
Onyx Mer?
He seems to have no luck at the moment.
Well, he hasn't had any luck. I'm going to give out another batch of invites. I don't believe we're waiting for anyone, so we can get pretty much started on time. I've just sent out the last batch of invites to people, and then we can get started. We are missing a couple of drivers tonight. Bolstman is missing due to work reason. Kazizel is missing. We could easily have a full grid tonight if people turned up. But we do have two debutants in the field tonight, and that is, well, we've got a couple more debutants. Courtesy of Niels from B-League. And we've also got the utterly brilliant Scooper MUFC and Mark NUFC debuting here tonight in TFRL. I'm thrilled to have them as part of TFRL tonight in Spain. Hopefully Mark can make the races in the future, because I know he hasn't attended the last four. And honestly, I'm really excited. I think this is going to be one of the most competitive races of the season. It really is. Is anybody asking for invites, by the way, in the comments? Can somebody check the comments if possible? Right. You guys should have a batch of invites. Make sure you're appearing online, by the way, so I can actually give you invites. Yeah, that's just a general notice to everyone. Sorry about the blue screen again, that you can see. I am just waiting for my friends list to load to send out a batch of invites. Can you actually change one of the settings on the lobby? Just giving it another batch of invites. Thank you. Make sure we're on the right track as well, because we don't want a repeat of Australia nearly ending up twice this season. Right, let's give Hassan an invite. Let's give just going down people. Jon Polanen said he can make it. I'm going to give Joe and Kazizel an invite just in case if they do appear. What's the comment section looking like? Is anybody checked? Liv's got a picture of Paddy McGuinness on PSN. What the hell? I've really actually just seen that. So yeah, Onyx Mer's appearing offline. Onyx, if you're in the comments, please appear online. Seraph as well, please appear online. Be so much easier. No, he's not. He's just gone offline again. Oh, he's appearing offline, but he's in the lobby. I'll give Thick Rogue an invite. I'll give Button an invite, just in case. Oxbird just came online. Thank you very much. Right, last batch of invites are going out now. If you've received them.
Spectator James.
That's all. I'm very happy to start. We should have Berra qualifying. He will join. Is what I'll do instead. It's because I've got the stream up in the background.
Oh, well done.
Oh no, airplane mode's on, so I don't know why I'm lagging.
Well, it seems to have stopped now.
Very strange, but we are going into Spain the circuit of Catalonia. We are in the Barcelona region of Spain. It's quite near to Barcelona.
Oh crap! I just realised it's the Catalonia Grand Prix.
Yes, it is. Sadly, we didn't have a ball boy introduction tonight. If you can hear my voice, yes, I am a bit croaky, and internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. Brilliant. That's why I might be lagging. I've just moved my PS4 along a little bit. Oh, it's wet! Oh!
Oh no!
Intermediates, how's the thingy looking? The race.
The race is dry.
Interesting. Is it going to be a dry spell at the end of quali?
I'm having a look now. Not that I can see.
Interesting.
No, there won't be a dry spell.
Very interesting indeed. But we do have 17 drivers here tonight. Shall I mute you guys, or are you happy to just hear me?
Up to you.
Yeah, I'll keep you unmuted because I don't want to be lonely. Because you never know, I could leave the lobby and then it could all go tits up and everything else. But there's a Red Bull coming out on track. That is that our championship leader? It is our championship leader, Wiseleg. And I will take you through the standings right now, because I do have them up with me. Constructors will be released after this race. I'm very sorry I haven't done them in the last 2 weeks, but I will get them done. Let me just proceed to get the standings up.
Oh, Barra's joined.
Oh, Barra's joined. Oh, if we waited a couple seconds longer, he probably would have got in. But yeah, let's have a look at the standings. And Wiseleg is on top with 79 points. 3 seconds and a first to his tally this season. Even if he scores, even if he doesn't finish within the points, and Will, who was on the mic, gets 25 points here tonight, Wiseleg will still be in on top spot of the championship because he has got a big advantage of 27 points, and obviously there's 25 points on offer for the win. But just going through the rest of the standings before we go on to a lap with Wiseleg. Will in second on 52, Matthias in third on 30. Then we've got Boastman, who's missing tonight, in fourth on 29. A tie for fifth between Vulcan, Matt and Seraph on 25. Then VSR Francis ahead of TR Button, they're on 18 and 16 respectively in 8th and 9th. And Bera and Thick Rogue round off the top 10, and they're both tied on 12 points. But first car out on track, Wiseleg, and here is your championship leader going for a lap of the circuit of Catalonia in intermediate conditions. Don't expect these guys to be running in the 117s and whatever in the dry. I would be expecting around the mid 126s, to be honest, around there, about 8-9 seconds potentially off the pace. I'm not really sure about the timings, if I've got to be honest, but Wiseleg 24.5 at the end of the first sector in the Red Bull. His teammate, of course, is Mark NUFC, and he is appearing for the first time here tonight.
Spun.
And who spun?
Toad.
Toad, let's have a look at Toad. Yep, he's got back going though. Bera has joined, it's just appeared on my screen. Wiseleg is coming through halfway through the middle sector into that tricky left and right little chicane before the flat right-hander, which is not flat in these conditions, of course. Wiseleg just running over the curb there, and Wiseleg approaching the end of the middle sector. And that is around a 58.2 at the end of the middle sector. Not sure in comparison to the sector times. I will not get up race director because it'll take away my screen, obviously. Wiseleg is coming around the final 4 corners on track now. Sorry, the final 5 corners on track. This tricky left-right chicane, beautiful through there, and he has a little bit of a half spin out the corner, coming through the final corner now. Wiseleg nearly losing it on the exit of the final corner to 29.6. I think people can go well quicker than that. Who is next going to be across the line? Will just goes quickest with a 28.9. Onyx Mer coming around the final corner in the Williams. His teammate is now Scuba MUFC, of course. Thick Rogue sadly not joining us tonight because of personal reasons. We hope his move to Asia is getting on well, and he'll be sorely missed in TFRL. He was a great driver, and yeah, Matthias about to come across the line anyways in the Toro Rosso, and he goes 4th, just behind championship leader Waislake. And early on, it's Will setting the pace with 28.9. Did that feel like a nice lap to you?
I felt alright, could have probably improved a bit more in a couple of corners, but it felt quite nice.
You're doing enough though. I mean, you've got 4/10 over Fran, and Lightning MFS, or Punisher, XX Punisher, is 3rd on a 29.5. So you have got a little bit of a buffer to play with there in the top 3. Mark NUFC on that lap, he did come in the pits there. Anybody else on a lap? Licks are just coming across the line, 29.7, but it's invalidated. It looks like it's running lighter on my screen, if I've got to be honest. Have a look though, it looks like there's a dry line going through turns 3 and 4. Coming towards the end of the first sector, just right on both Licks are there. Have you just made a mistake by any chance there?
I got invalidated by running 2 wheels
Mark's
on
in the gravel.
final exit curve.
Mark getting out of the way of a Williams. That was either Onyx or Scuba. In fact, the Williams now getting out of the way of a Toro Rosso. Mark is about to go on to a lap. Sorry, that's not Williams. That's a Mercedes in front of him. So that'll be Hamres or Storm, one of those two. Mark though is about to go for a lap. Oh, Toro Rosso spun into the pits. That is not Niels, that is Matthias, who has gone for spin going into the pits. I was riding on board with Mark there. So that was caught on camera, don't worry Matthias, that was caught on camera. Scuba, one of our new debutants, is currently in 5th with a 29.7. And our other debutant is the one I'm on board with now in the Red Bull, and he's really fighting the car through the flat right-hander of turn 4. And Mark now reaching the end of the first sector, 25 flat. He can go quicker through that first sector, I know he can, and he needs the practice. Put it that way. Oh, he definitely will need the practice. Nearly going off track. Good recovery by Mark. He's all over the shop. I don't think he's going anywhere near the pole tonight. Oh, and I'm not sure if he's doing no assists or something tonight, but he's really unbelievable. Let's have to see. That was still a winner coming through shot there, who I think might be on a lap potentially. He's 4/10 down. Let's have a look on board as we approach halfway in the qualifying session. Will's still on top with a 28.9, but I've just noticed Punisher went quicker with a 28.959. Will on a 28.921. So only 300, nearly 400 separating the top 2 there, and that is very interesting to see. A full second separating the top 7 with the small guy currently in 7th. Are you on a lap, small guy? And if you can hear me, how was that lap for you? I think he can hear me because he just went off track. At 29.9 though, you're only 2/10 off Matthias. Matthias did have a bit of a moment going into the pits though, which I did catch on camera. Let's have a look. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Formation that bottle indeed from Baku, of course, last time, which I didn't even spot until after the race. So apologies to the viewers that might have been quite eagle-eyed and spot that out in the race. But Scuba is on a lap, one of our debutants. Scuba taking the place of Thick Rogue here tonight, and he's 3/10 down. He's 0.333 tenths down in the middle sector. See if he can improve this final sector. Rain definitely appears to be getting a little lighter, and there is breaks in the clouds starting to appear. So, Matt! Oh wow! Matt goes pole. Matt 32575, the winner in Bahrain. Goes pole with a 28.8.
Oh, Onyx Mer spun.
Onyx Mer has spun. Yes, he has. Matthias was just cutting the chicane there as well. Just looking through the camera shot. Oh, there's a Renault spun as well. Is that Matt? I think that is Matt. Yeah, Matt spun on his cool down lap. He's gonna reverse it, put it into reverse gear. He has lost a bit of his front wing, so he'll be coming straight in the pits. Gets out of the way of a Williams. Good to see. But Matt currently sitting on pole with halfway gone in qualifying, and Matt is on pole with a 28.8 so far. Will in second with a 28.9, and Lightning MFS, or XX Punisher, in third with a 28.959. Fran in fourth, just ahead of Mark NUFC, who I've got to say has improved. Oh, Wiselig has just done up to second, and he's 1,000th off Matt! Ho ho ho! We are getting some really close action here in qualifying. Wisely goes 1,000th slower than Matt, and he's run out of fuel, I think, on his lap, at the end of his lap as well. And that's a very decent line you're taking there, Will.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
lap time.
Had to come on board with you there.
Oh, Matt's behind me. Oh dear.
Have you run out of fuel by any chance?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I thought so. Just like the red bars appearing in the bottom right. But, going through the rest of the order, Scuba in 7th. Is he improving on this lap? No, he's not. 8 off in the end, but I think he's going for a lap now, so let's ride on board with Scuba. Matthias in 8th, Small Guy in 9th, and Seraph rounding off the top 10, with Stinner winner, Onyx, Hamres, Toad, Niels, Storm, and Lixer. Lixer is the only driver that hasn't set a lap at this point of the session. So we get a beautiful helicopter cam. You can see the sideways rain coming across the track. Somebody's gone for a spin. Seraph? Or Fran? Fran's gone for a spin. He's lost his right end plate. Seraph coming in the pits there. And let's go back on board with Scuba because he was 300s down at the end of the first sector. Let's see how he goes through this middle sector. He's now approaching what I think is the trickiest 3 corners on the track. That left-right chicane, and then the flat right-hander in the dry, that really can cost drivers a bit of speed, and Scuba is 4/10 off in the middle sector. He seems to be losing it all in the middle sector. Berra has left the session. He should have plenty of invites. If anybody can invite him back, that will be much appreciated. Will, I'm not sure if you've got him on your friends list.
I do indeed. I'll invite him now.
Yeah, just giving him an invite, and then he should be able to join back, no problem. But Scuba's coming around the final corner. This isn't an improvement. Went quicker than his last lap that he set, though. Lixer's on a lap. He's the only one not to set a time. Hamres has just gone up to 8th with a 29.7. So currently, really, essentially, top 10 separated by 1.1 seconds. And that'll only get nearer and nearer, I think. Onyx, Mer, Seraph and Lixer, I think, will be the ones to feature in that. Speaking of Lixer, he's going to come across the line and set a 30 flat. And he just goes behind Small Guy, so it's now top 11, separated by just under 1.2 seconds. We've got a little bit of a cool down, I think, in some of the laps. So I'm going to quickly check the comment section and see how we are getting on the comments front. Of course, if you do want to interact with myself, Small Guy, or Will, I'm probably sure they won't be able to respond, but I can direct your comments towards them. Let's have a look. 17 people watching. Thank you very much for tuning in. If we can get more likes on the stream, that would be much appreciated as well. Let's have a look. Good luck on commentary, James. Thank you very much, Matthias. Mexican Grand Prix predictions. Mexican GP predictions. I don't know. Hamilton will win the title. That's all I'm going to say, if I've got to be honest. Hamilton will win the title, even if he doesn't win. You've gone 5th. Well done. 29.1. Very nice lap. You're only 3/10 off pole. What's gotten into you? Why are you this so quick all of a sudden? Yeah, that was, I think there should be a TFRL esports team. Lightning Esports. Commenting in the comment section. Let's have a chat in private. That's all I'm saying. But it is I can reveal it is something I want to push for in TFRL while I'm here. We've got the talent. We've got the drivers. we've got... Oh, Lix has just gone up to 8th, I've just noticed there. Good lap by him. 29.5. Look at the grid. I mean, have you ever seen a grid? We've got some B-League drivers in, remember, but a grid separated by just over 2 seconds. That's not bad. All 17 drivers separated by 2 seconds. Definitely improving. Berra wants an invite. His internet has gone.
I invited him when I was in the pits.
Right, so Berra, you should have an invite off Will then, if that's the case. Hopefully you can join us back. Stinner winner? Oh, I thought you were saying something about Stinner winner there. Oh, Stinner's out on the softs! Stinner is out on the soft tyres. They're interesting. He thinks it's quick enough. It's still raining out on track, but he feels that it's quick enough for dries. Maybe the Delta... Check the Delta, somebody, if you're in the pits. Because I want to know what the crossover period is. I think it's still going to be a couple of seconds.
Yeah, it's definitely nowhere.
Oh, William's gone for a spin. Who's that?
That's me.
Oh, it's you. Oh. Well, why did you go for a spin then?
Mark came out the pits and it sort of put me off.
After the race, maybe. Lixer is too quick for B-League. I've got to agree, but the guys we've got in A-League are too quick for him. And that's why Lixer was put in B-League. And yes, he's leading the championship, which is defining. And, of course, top 3 in B-League will get the chance of a promotion for A-League next season. There will be a second season. Details will probably be announced around halfway through the season as Storm retires out the session. So does Toad. Pretty much at the same time. Oh, and Fran goes pole. Fran goes pole with a 28.7. Very nice lap from the Force India driver, the Scotsman. Trying to make amends for his crash in Baku, of course, last time out. And hopefully his internet is on point. Like I want to see it. With 1 minute and 20 seconds left, Fran is currently on pole. Let's go on board with somebody who is on a lap, and I think Wiseleg might be on a lap. Let's have a look at this. Coming through the final couple of corners now. Hashtag Lixer for promotion indeed. But
you say that as he retires.
I say that as he retires. But I mean, 29.5 and he's only 8 tenths off Fran. That isn't a bad lap time at all. Why is they coming around the final corner now? This is going to be Paul. This is going to be Paul. He's just had a bit of a moment though. Oh, and he's invalidated it. It's a 28.6 and he's invalidated. Unbelievable. And he feels like he can't go any quicker. Mark retires out the session as well. So both Red Bulls are currently out the session. Anybody else improving? I think Matt could be improving. He's just ahead of Lightning MFS on track. Matthias has just gone 5th. Splitting Will and Lightning MFS there. Lightning MFS is in the back of shot. Matt is coming across the line now. Seraph goes Paul. The Force Indians look out the front row. Matt doesn't improve. Lightning MFS goes Paul. Goodness me, we're seeing a lot of times now being set. Look at the top. That Fran responds. I can't keep up with all of this. Fran goes Paul now. 3 changes of pole position. Scuba puts himself up to second. Didn't quite do enough. He's got another crack at it though. So much has happened there. Have you ever seen a grid? Top 8 separated by 4 tenths of a second. Wow. I'm utterly in shock. Hopefully we are seeing improvements from some of the guys further down the order. Oh, small guy goes for a spin. Oh, I see, I caught that. Matt is up on his lap. Matthias is up on his lap. By about 1/10 and a half. He could go potentially into Seraph range here. Could go ahead of Matt for 5th. Let's have a look at this. Toro Rosso now about to come across, or come around the final couple of corners, I should say, through the left-right chicane, approaching the end of his lap. Very, very cautious through there, but Matt is finding the time through this final sector. Can he improve on his lap? No, he can't. Will coming up the line. 6 tenths up. Paul for Will. 28.1. Nice lap. Anybody responding in behind? Fran is. Fran's up by 1/10 and a half. It's not good enough at the minute, but he can find something, possibly in the final corner. Matt's just gone second. The Renault driver with a 28.5. Fran now coming across the line. Can he nab Will? He nabs Matt instead and he goes second. Scuba is the only one on a lap. He's improving as well. Can he get close? Scuba goes third ahead of Matt. Nice lap by him. So many dramatic position changes. At one point there, the top 9, the top 8 or 9 were separated by 0.4 of a second, and that is just a credit to the drivers that we've got on track tonight. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at that. Top 9 separated by a second. Will goes on pole. Fran in second. Scuba in third. Matt in fourth. Lightning MFS in fifth. Seraph was on pole at one stage. He's now down to sixth. Wise League Championship leader in 7th, Matthias in 8th, Small Guy in 9th, Mark on his debut in 10th, Scuba also on his debut in 3rd, Lixer, Onyx, Hamres, Neil, Stinner winner, Toad and Storm. The full field separated by 2.75 seconds. Very good driving and laps by everyone. It's a dry race. Get on the edge of your seats, get your popcorn at the ready because we're in for a right treat here in Spain. I just hope this lemonade glass can actually last the whole race, because I'm already needing half of it, which isn't bad. Will, talk us through your pole lap. How did it go?
Absolutely perfect lap, in my opinion. I don't think it could have gone any better, to be honest.
Perfect lap. I mean, was the rain getting lighter on your qualifying lap? Because it looked like it was at the end of that session.
It didn't look like it, but I went through the first sector and I was all of a sudden like about 0.4 up. I was like, oh yeah, the track's definitely drying out. And on my one of my outlaps, I deliberately went really slow because I knew the track would be drying up. So yeah, that helped me out quite a bit.
Are you a driver, Lightning Esports? Are there? Is Lightning Esports a driver? I don't know. But we do have 17. Sadly, Berra has not been able to join us for the start of this race, but everyone is on a free set of the dry tyre. So that means I've got to go run down the order of who is in what tyre. And we've only got one on the Super Softs, and that is Lightning MFS starting in 5th. But oh, Berra's just joined as soon as I say it. He hasn't got an invite. Oh, he's missed the start of the race. That's so unfortunate. Oh,
a point for sorrow.
A point for sorrow, yeah. Bless him. Do you know what? If he's available tomorrow, I'll let him race in B League. How about that? Make up for it. Give him a little bit of a prize. But everyone is really on the soft compounded tyre, and the softs can the softs make a one-stop round here?
Just about.
Just about.
Well, it's going to be a case of good time management then, because over 3/4 of the field are on the soft compound of tyre. And that is Will ranging down to Matt in 4th, then Lightning MFS and Seraph. Lightning MFS is on the supers, Seraph on the mediums. Wise Leg, Matthias, Small Guy and Mark all on the softs. Lixer starting on the mediums. Onyx, Hamres, Niels, the Dutch contingent, 12th, 13th and 14th on the softs. Stinner winner, Toad, and Stinner winner on the mediums, Toad and Storm on the soft compound of tyre. And my race prediction is... I'm going to be controversial and say Fran's going to get the win. I'm going to be even more controversial by saying Wiseleague's going to finish 2nd. And I'm going to be really, really left field with this one. I'm going to say Seraph's going to get 3rd. Very sorry, Will. I'm not sure what will happen to you in the race.
That's not good.
But everyone,
not good at all.
Everyone is about to come into their grid slots now.
My front right isn't heated. My front right is too cold.
Your front right isn't heated. Oh, Berra had a power cut at home, and he literally just got to back up just in time for the start of the race. Oh, that's so unfortunate. If he's available tomorrow, we'll let him race in B League. Anyways, we are about to get started here in Spain. The light sequence is now on. 5 red lights about to go out. Round 5 of the TFRL League Championship about to begin, and it's lights out, and away we go. And Will gets a good start. Fran, not sure what he was quite doing off the stop, but Will's got to break into turn 1. Scuba going around the outside of Matthias in the background just making up the position. Fran might have had a little bit of a desync there possibly. All clean through turn 1. Seraph just running the grass a little bit there I think, but Will has got the break. At the end of the first sector, Fran in second, Matt's made up positions, Lightning MFS, quite a contingent of cars in behind, Small Guy's already up to 7th, nice from him, but he gets on the grass a little bit there. Seraph in the gravel, getting out of the way of everyone, he drops down the back of the field. Small Guy causing a little bit of a Constantine effect if I've got to be honest there. Thank you for waiting up. I did see that. Mark was caught up there in all of that. Seraph now back up to 15th. And let's have a look at the battle for the lead. Will, 7/10 ahead of Francis. Lightning MFS in 3rd. Scuba dropping down to 4th after his 3rd place in qualifying. Let's have a look at the position changes on the opening lap. Matt currently sitting in 5th with Wiselig in 6th. Matthias, Onyx, Hamres, and Toad is up to 10th place. So B-League driver, the first of the B-League drivers, up into 10th place. And Toad will be counting the points for Renault because Jumpalainen is not here. Seraph, I think, is coming in the pits. Oh no, he's not, he's made a mistake. Seraph now getting on with his race though. Not many battles going on. I think Toad's going to go for a move on Hamres into turn 1. I think he's already got it done. Let's have a look. Yep, Toad's got that done into turn 1. Nice move on his fellow Dutchman, and Toad is up to 9th place. The Lightning MFS is really pushing the top 2 now. A second separating the battle for the lead. It's Will from Fran. Fran does have a tendency to dive bomb it up the inside, so just be aware, Will, of that. Lightning MFS in 3rd. Scuba and Matt a little way off in the distance, with Wiselig, Matthias and Onyx on that little group. And looking in behind, we pretty much, apart from that Constantina effect, I think we had pretty much a good, clean lap. And everyone's still continuing as of now. And Will still leads, but for how long? Because Fran is all over the back of him on the soft tyres. Lightning MFS on the super softs. It's going to be quite interesting to see if Punisher can try and get past Fran and Will on these opening laps. It's crucial for him to get past, as pretty much 8-9 cars there within camera shot. That was beautiful to see. And Will now getting pressurised by the Scotsman, who's set to 4/10 quicker lap than him. And Fran now closing in the slipstream. No DRS enabled this lap, of course. It will be on the second straight. Niels has jumped into the pits, further down the order. And Mark did complete a move on Niels on that last lap as well. Stinner, Winner and Hamres changing positions. Let's have a look at that. Down into turns 2 and 3. And Hamres has actually got that position regained. So Hamres is 10th. Stinner Winner was trying to attack him. Mark's right on the back of Lixer in that battle. But let's keep on board with the battle for the lead. I'll keep you updated on any position changes further down. And it's Will defending off Fran, defending off Lightning MFS. And now Scuba and Matt are beginning to close in on this battle as well. So there is a little bit of a hold-up tactic going on here, I think. I think Punisher might have just made a little mistake there. Fran's closing. In the background, Fran trying to lunge it up the inside, actually. Quite brave, he just tucks into the slipstream. Possibly in the bit of the dirty air there, getting tossed off the corner. Tossed off the corner, I should say, not cost off the corner. Will and Fran now battle for the lead, and look, Scuba is hunting them down in the background. The Irishman really hunting them down on his debut in TFRL. 3 soft runners rounding off the top 4 positions at the minute. Matt is currently in 5th. As Fran is now going to push for a move for the lead, and Fran should get it. He's going to force it down the inside, and that is a beautiful move if he can complete this. Will's got to beware of the danger, but Fran gets the move done into turn 1, and that was a beautiful move by the Scotsman, and he can now set his sights on potentially his first TFRL win. Scuba right in the background on Lightning MFS as well. The top 4 separated by a couple of tenths. And Mark's just completed a double move on Stinner, Winner and Hamres, who I think might have been fighting into turns 2 and 3. That left and right section coming towards the end of the first sector. There is a bit of front wing damage in the gravel there, I've just noticed, for one of the cars. I think that could have been off the first lap. And Mark is making easy work of these guys. He's already passed Stinner, Winner, Hamres and Toad on this lap. He won't be able to get Onyx Mur on this lap though. DRS now in operation for the top 4 and for the cars in behind. Wiselig trying to go for a move on Matt there. Championship leader. Oh! And Matthias hits the back of him. And Matthias has got front wing damage, I think, on that left-hand side end plate. And what's happened to Stinner Winner? Stinner Winner's round, Mark's round as well. Has there been a bit of contact there? I think Toad was caught up in a little bit of a move as well. Not quite sure, I didn't catch that. Hopefully the guys are recording their POVs. Will now in the slipstream of Fran, possibly to try and get retribution and try and get the lead into turn 1. And he's going to do exactly what Fran did to him last lap around. Side by side into turn 1. Fran keeps it on the inside and keeps it on the track. And that's a beautiful move. My hidden burp going on there, and Matt now on the back of Wiselig. And Wiselig's actually got past Matt, who runs off track a little bit. Hammers has passed Lixer. Hammers might be defending a little bit too hard. He doesn't look like he's got front wing damage. To me, going through there. Yellow flag in sector 1. And that's still a win around. Niels is the one at the back, still going. Small guy, did you see anything that happened in front between Hammers, Stinwinner and Mark?
No, but what I do know is that Stinwinner went on his own.
Yeah, I saw Stinwinner have a spin after the incident, and just then as well. So that'll be quite interesting. Mark's now on the back of you, so just be aware. He'll probably launch one down the inside. Oh, he went on the gravel there. And now Mark. He's not going to try and move. Be silly if he does. Oh, he's getting very close though. Storm's getting very close to Toad. Oh, what's happened to Toad? What on earth? Not sure what's happened to Toad. Oh! And what's happened there? Have you just had a little bit of a half spin there?
Yes.
Right, that explains that. There is a bit of front wing damage. Mark is taking the thingy, and he's going in the pits, and so is Toad, and so is you. So 3 drivers in the pits, and we've just missed an overtake for the leader. The rest, no, it's side by side. Will and Fran side by side. Will around the outside, looking like an MFS and Scuba in this. 4 cars within a second of each other. Toad retires. Thingy might have crashed. Scuba's trying to go for a move. Fran is defending off the lead of the race. There's about 7 cars within. There's about 8 cars within about 3 seconds here for the lead of the race. 3.1 seconds separating the top 8. And Fran makes a mistake by himself, and that is very costly. And he's now down to. And that could be his chance of winning another race over in TFRL.
I don't know what's happened with Mark, but
Matt?
Mark.
Mark?
I don't know what's happened with him.
Not sure. He's waiting up for Stinner Winner by the looks of it. He's getting back up to speed. I'm going to keep on board with Mark. Fran's had another moment, I think, somewhere out on track. He's dropped down to thingy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Fran's left. Oh, Mark goes for another spin. Not sure if the tyres are overheating or something, or if he's just wanting to have a battle. If Mark can actually get points out of this race, if I've got to be honest, even though he's about 40 seconds down, if he plays this smart and makes those tyres last, he can get there. Fran's AI has actually crashed off track. And that's a very weird place to crash, I may say. Oh, Scuba's just gone complete the move on Lightning MFS, and those tyres are overheating now. Punisher's tyres are overheating. Scuba going around the outside, the Irishman on the Englishman. No room to each other, side by side, still on the run up. Towards that left-right chicane. Scuba getting forced off track a little bit, like MFS keeps at bay. But all of this is letting Will now get away out in front. Wiselig, Matthias running around, running wide in the background there. Scuba now trying to move on like an MFS, just slots into the background. Onyx trying to go for a move on Matthias. Matthias and Matthias 5th, 6th and 7th in this race at the minute, and the top 7 still separated by 3 seconds. And this race is just getting more and more heated and more dramatic as we speak. Lightning MFS comes in the pits and releases everyone. That's good to see. Nobody else getting held up. But that's giving Will a 1.8 second advantage going into lap 8 of the Grand Prix. Scuba in second, Wiselig, Matt now running a double toe, possibly going for a double move. If he can, Wiselig's hanging around the outside of Scuba. We'll have to keep an eye on this as best we can. Let's go on board with... Oh, Matt's got the back of Wiselig. And it's a good job. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, hitbox. Matt just caught the back end. I literally caught on board with that at the most perfect time. That has been recorded down as an incident. And the championship leader gets his first DNF. of the season. So,
His run of podiums is gone.
by the way, I'm just saying, if Scoop and Matthias or Onyx win this race, we will have our 5th different winner in A-League this season. So unfortunate for Wise League. Matt's... I think Matt was actually trying to wait up for him and didn't realise he was at the race. Which is so unfortunate. Toad now leads the race, so we've got 2 casualties at this race, excluding VSL Francis' AI. Mark running around at the back. And Will, 1.3 seconds now, the gap between him and Scuba is beginning to make inroads on the leader for this race. Everyone now beginning to spread themselves out a little bit. Mark has just corner cutted turn 2, I think, there. And he gets another penalty. He could be getting disqualified at this rate. Have we got another Billy on our hands? But out of this race, Lix is up in 6th. Neil's just let you pass, nice.
Yep.
Up to 11th. Lightning Memphis is 25 seconds ahead of you, 25.5 seconds ahead of you at the minute. And he has been in the pits as well. But I'm not sure what tyres he's on, let's have a look. He's on mediums, probably going at the end.
Yeah, he won't be able to, I don't think.
No.
Right, you never know.
Not.
You never know though.
No.
We've seen them before.
Tyres can barely last 20, 23, 24 laps as it is.
Let's have a look at the comment section, because I know there's been a couple rolling through. Mark gets another 10-second time penalty. He's trying to catch a winner here, I think. He's just past VSR Francis' AI. Mark's going to get disqualified at this rate. Which will not look good on his record, because there'll be a black and white on his name. Seraph is close to Storm. Further up the order, 8th and 9th. I'll go on board with that in just a minute. It is within a second for the lead as well. Let's just have a look at some of the comments. I caused the Storm crash, I think, and the other car spun or something, but the other one had a lag spike and frame drop, and he was ghosting eventually. No, I'm not sure what Mark's doing here. He's holding up Stinner Winner. Don't think he's appreciating Stinner Winner's driving at the minute. But let's have a look. Scoop is getting close to Will as well.
Front left is overheating.
Front left overheating, and it looks like it's coming over a bit cloudier as well. Still, I'm going to just get him forced off track. Hopefully there's no foul play going on between these two. Looks like there is. Mark, if you're listening, calm it down. I want to see good driving, and I want to see you get points out of this race. It's possible. Somebody can feed that to him if you're in a party with him. That'd be great. So I know he probably won't listen. Oh, and Mark's just forced off Dinner Winner, and yeah, I mean, when you're angry, you're angry. And unfortunately for Mark, this could be his final race in TFRL. Oh, and there you go. And that is the softest crash I've probably ever seen. But Mark gets his retribution. Cinnamon is out the race. But Scuba's now on the back of Will for the lead of the race. Going back to the lead, and 2.4 seconds separating the top 5 still. There is Stinnerwinner's car on the left-hand side of your screen there. Mark can now get on with this race. Storm has just come into the pits. Currently running in 9th place. Mark just took you out. I know, I caught it. Don't worry. He's out. Don't worry. Scuba is 3/10 off Will. I will investigate, of course, that incident between Stinner and Mark. I'm not sure what caused it, but I have a feeling it might have been something to do with that lap 1 Constantina effect that my good friend Small Guy might have just caused, which I think it was him, but I'll review the stream. But Scuba is all over the back of Will for the lead of this race. Matthias all over the back of Matt as well in the background. Good braking points between all 5 drivers there. And Scuba right on the back. That's right on board with the guy that is hunting down the lead of the race. Scuba MUFC on his TFRL debut, possibly looking for his first win in this great racing league of ours. And Will now getting pressurised. Scuba's got the DRS. He looks like he might be running a default setup though. He's not really catching in the straight line speed. Now he is. He could go for a move into turn 1. This is great. Matt's in the pits, by the way. Scuba now going around the outside. Now on the inside line. Oh, that is picture perfect from Scuba MUFC. Will just forced off track a little bit. Scuba had a little bit of moment out of the corner. But that is fair play between both of them. Onyx running off track in the background a little bit as well. But Scuba gets the lead of the race. And I've got to say that was potentially one of the moves of the season. If Will can try and get him back though, and he's going to dive it down the inside. Will now on the inside line, Scuba hanging around the outside. That left front is overheating a bit of Will's, as he alluded to earlier on. And he dives it up the inside of Scuba. This is going to bring Matthias and Onyx Mur into things. And now the top 4 are separated by a second. Matthias running wide in the background. He's got to be careful that he doesn't pick up a 3-second track extending penalty. Scuba now trying to do Will around the outside. This is thrilling action between the top 4. And Will gets back to position for the lead. And he's now back in the lead of this race. He's beginning to cloud over a little bit on track. I'm not sure if there is a threat of rain. I don't think there was.
No,
VSR Francis AI has just came in the pits. And I think Matthias has come in the pits. He has. Matthias is in the pits. And he gets it slowed down nicely. And Matthias is now, as Scuba's going for a move into turn 1. Let's go back on board with him. Not pulling it off this time. He's going to try and get the undercut though. Try and get a switch back. Not quite. Those tyres now beginning to wear away. And there is blistering down the front left tyre of Scuba. Let's have a look on board with Will. No... blistering, yeah, blistering down the left front as well of Will. So both of them are the same. Onyx Mur is also the same. Blistering on the left front. And the left front does take a bit more of a hit round this track as compared to other tracks on the calendar. Storm has just completed a move on Hamra's further down the field, and that is for 9th place out on track. And Scuba right on the back of Will for the lead of the race. Here he comes, the Irishman, right on the outside of the Brit. Will, of course, won in Baku last time. Scuba, oh, this is picture perfect driving side by side. He gives him room. And that is good sportsmanship between two drivers. Onyx Mur right in the background. And the Williams guys are having a right set 2 now. Top 3 separated by 6/10. So we're not even halfway through the race. Had so much action going on. Scuba dives in the pits. Scuba gets it stopped into neutral there. He's probably going to be out behind Matthias, I think, here. Matthias is coming around the final 3 corners now. 20 seconds off the lead. 20 seconds off the lead. And I think that he could have done. And he's going to be ahead of Scuba. There's Scuba on the right hand side. Matthias has already passed him. And it should be around a second gap, I would think. Coming out the pits. And yeah, it's about 1.1, 1.2 seconds coming out the pits. So now, let's focus on our attentions for the lead of the race still. Because there is still a battle going on between Will and Onyx. Let's just switch it back to interval timings as well. And see how guys are getting on. Let's check the comments again. Good call by Matthias. Could get the undercut for the win. I've got to say I totally agree. But Matt did come in front of him, remember. And he's now right on the back of Seraph. Matt has got a 3-second advantage over Matthias. So essentially when Onyx and Will pit, these guys are going to be a bit more spread out as what they were in the first half of this race. Is any of them going to come into the pits? I think Will's diving in and both of them are diving in. Small guy, you've just picked up a 3-second time penalty. What happened there?
I just went wide.
Went wide. Was that by any chance at the corner? Oh no. We're in the second sector. Lixer now takes the lead of the race. B-League. The championship leader in the B-League, leading the A-League race. Lightning MFS in second. I've totally forgot that Lightning MFS has actually pitted. Matt now going for a move for net second. And Matt gets the move done. And he's up to third. Saying he's got 1 position gain, which I don't think is right. Is it right? Oh no, it is right. No, he started 4th. Yeah, Scuba's dropped down 3. That's why. I'm not sure why that's a bit of a glitch on my screen. Seraph is still at the pit. Lightning MFS though is in the lead of the race because he pitted way earlier than some of these guys. But his tyres are going to be going off at a slower rate compared to some of the guys behind him. Let's have a run through the tyre strategies actually of these drivers. and everyone's on the mediums, which is quite interesting to see. Lightning MFS, or Punisher, has gone 7 laps already, 8 laps including this one, on that set of mediums. Well, comparing to the guys that were around him, Matthias, Scuba and Will and Onyx Mur, they're on 3 laps, 2 laps, 1 lap and 0 respectively. So at the minute, I would be favouring Matt 32575 for the win, as we are about to approach halfway in TFRL A-League. Round 5 here in Spain. Lixa leads the way, a B-League runner for the first time ever, running around in the lead of an A-League race, which I think will never be repeated. So you are seeing history here. Everyone has spread themselves out a little bit. Lightning MFS is 7.1 seconds off him in second, with Matt now beginning to hunt him down, 1.75 seconds off in third. Seraph in fourth, but he's yet to pit. The Portuguese driver in the Force India. Then it's Matthias, Scuba, Will, Onyx, Storm, who's probably going for a 2-stop because he's on the softs, and Hamres running off the top 10, 2 Mercedes driving quite well. Then it's Small Guy, Niels, Mark NUFC, who I think has left. Did he leave the session?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Right, so that's for him running down in 13th. So we've got 12 remaining, which is still pretty good, considering the figures that we've had recently in B-League and A-League. And especially in Baku last week, where we only had, what, 6 finishers, I think, in A-League?
Mm-hmm.
But, for anybody that might be of the conscious in the championship and thinking, oh, I want live timing, I want live championship standings. Well, at the minute, Weislig's still going to be on top of the championship. The closest one to him in the championship battle is Will, but he's in 7th at the minute, so he'll be getting 6 points. So his gap at the minute is going to be 21 points at this current moment in time. But this will change, of course, with
Licks. Add on points for pole position.
And that's the exciting part, because they don't get added to the end of the season.
Yeah.
So even if you think the championship battle might have been won, it probably hasn't. Because I'm still keeping tally. Small Guys in the pits, going for a set of softs, I would expect. I don't know, mediums. I was going to say mediums, and then I thought, oh no, he's going softs, and then it's paid as mediums. But now Matthias is closing right on the back of Seraph. That is an AI car ahead of them. I think that might be Mark NUFC's Red Bull. It's going around in front of him. It is. Lix is in the pits. So his tenure at the top of TFRL A-League has now ended. It's good while it lasted for the McLaren driver. He will be, of course, appearing tomorrow night in A-League. And now Matthias begins to close up on Seraph. I don't think he's close enough for a move into turn 1 this time. We have now crossed the halfway stage of the race. Lap 18 out of 33, 15 laps still to go. Well, 16 including this one. Lixa has gone on the softs. Can the softs last 15, 16 laps around here?
Be very hard.
Mine didn't.
Yours didn't.
My front left was on 78% when I came in, and I did about 14 laps.
Oh, Seraph getting caught in a little bit of a half spin there. Now Matthias is all over the back of him. But at the minute, Lightning MFS, if he lasts in front, we are going to be getting our 5th consecutive winner, our 5th different winner of the season. Well, like the British Touring Car Championship. Seraph is now letting through Matthias, I think. Round the outside, Seraph runs wide. Yeah. And Seraph is going to let everyone through, I think. Ooh. Didn't give him much room there.
I know, I was thinking that. I was like, oh no, he's going to come back on the track.
He'd be pitting this lap then, because their mediums are absolutely shot. And Onyx Mur has actually lost the most amount of time out of that gap, as Scuba is now closing in on Matthias. Matthias was released from Seraph, but he's now in the clutches of Scuba, and the debutant is looking to make a massive impact here. Trying to go around the outside of Matthias into turn 1, and he's got the move done already, and Scuba is up to 3rd place. Could be a net 2nd. if Lightning MFS pits, but Matthias is hanging around the inside of turn 3, trying to make it stick, didn't quite pull it off. Stinner Winner has now left the session. Thank you to him for participating, of course. And Scuba is now ahead of Matthias. He's on a lap fresher tyres. There's a yellow flag in sector 1.
Mercedes.
Who is that? That's Storm. That is Storm at turn 2. Spinning. He's been 8 laps on those softs, so those softs are really going off massively. As well, you're now trying to complete a move on Matthias, and a double toe is now in operation for you. Little bit of lagging behind with Seraph. Oh. Bit saucy trying to go up the inside there, but now Matthias keeps the position. And Lightning MFS is 1.4 seconds ahead. Matt is not really closing in on that gap at the minute. Be interesting to see if Lightning MFS can get those tyres to the end. Will nearly cutting the corner there. That was on board as well. And now Matthias hunting down Seraph. Seraph's in the pits. Scuba now being hunted down by Matthias, and it's job done into turn 1, I think, here. Scuba is still there. Could try it down the inside. Matthias just shuts the door. Scuba was aware of the danger and lets him go by, and Matthias now back up to 3rd. But this action is still not complete, and Matt is the one that has gained out of that early battle. Matt is the one that has gained the most out of the first half of this race. He's in 2nd. Lightning MFS may have to pit again. There is question marks of whether he can get those mediums to the end. He's been on 13 laps, including this one. He's been on those mediums. And we've got, what, 13 laps to go? 26 laps on mediums? Ooh.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, that is very, very dangerous, if I've got to be honest. He will get a puncture before the end of the race.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Matthias now defending off Scuba and Will. Matt is now 1.1 seconds behind Lightning MFS. It's now 1.2. That gap is just fluctuating, but yet again, not really catching Lightning MFS, who seems to have those tyres under control at this stage of the race. So now Scuba is beginning to look right into the barrel of the shotgun. He's going to aim it at Matthias, and he's going to aim it around the outside of Matthias, and he's going to get the job done possibly into turn 1, and he does. Scuba down the barrel of a shotgun, goes up to 3rd place once again, and I think that's 3 laps consecutively that those two have actually changed positions. Oh, Matthias has run a little bit wide in the background there. Thought he was going to go off track and go for a spin, but good recovery by him. Apart from everyone else in behind seems to be well spread out. So it's just this battle that we're going to be on board with for now. Onyx, Lixer, Hamres, Seraph and Niels rounding off the top 10. Lixer on those softs is beginning to catch Onyx Mer as well, and he's driving a very, very solid race. For the top of B-League, to be driving at this standard and to be, what, 1.9 seconds off Onyx Mer, that is really good going. And you probably just saw them in the back of shot, swiping through the camera shot in the background. And Lixer is beginning to catch. It's now 1.9, 1.7, that gap is still coming down. And Matt now, Matthias, I should say, is now all over the back of Scuba. Is he close enough for a move going into turn 1? He's a little bit further away compared to last time, and I don't think he can close in enough to try and make a move into turn 1. Then again, I'm going to be wrong. He is going to try it around the outside into turn 1. Let's go on board with this. Matthias trying to make that move stick. Scuba in behind. Let's take it from Will's perspective. Scuba keeps 3rd for now, and he's got the better run at the corner as well. And Will is back in 5th. Seraph sets fastest lap of the race with a 1:19.8. So that fastest lap point is going his way. And of course, all of these do get added up for the awards at the end of the season, which I will allude to at the end of this race. And just to remind everyone, with A-League, you're on a break next week. There won't be any action for A-League next week. We're on a break. And the drivers are only coming back as Will now tries to move on Matthias. Beautiful onboard shot here from the Sauber driver. Giving no room at all. Bit of driver rage there, and he gets the move done. Nice move. Well done. Now Matthias Maybe those tyres are going off. He is, out of those 3 drivers, he did pit the earliest. So those tyres may be just starting to wear off just slightly. But now I think, in fact, he is now taking dead aim at Will. Will's also got DRS, but Matthias' straight line speed is now catching him up, and he's going to try and have to go around the outside of turn 1. Will outbreaks himself into the corner. Hasn't got the perfect exit, just interferes with Matthias' line a little bit. And clean driving, no contact made there, which is good to see. And Matthias did make a little bit of a mistake there. Onyx is beginning to catch... Elixir is beginning to catch Onyx, and Matt is beginning to catch Lightning MFS for the lead of the race. But the gaps are just staying relatively the same. You're on the back of Niels as well.
Well, I thought I had a lip stem button my thing was all. He's giving me blue flags for no reason.
Blue flags? You're nowhere near the leader. Pull that way. Leader's going through 3rd sector now. As I was going to go right on board with you there, and you've completed that move for the final point. So you're getting a point at this stage. Just saying, Niels has been on those tyres since lap 3, and he's already done 20 laps on them. 20 laps. Licks are all over the back of Onyx Smur. In the background, I think Scuba, Will and Matthias have now sorted themselves out. Licks are now closing on the back of Onyx Smur. Here we go. B-League against A-League. Is Lixer potentially going to earn him a shot into A-League here? He's now trying to go for the move. Oh, Onyx Smur! Defending one too many times there. That'll get investigated after the end of the race. I think Lixer was trying to go... He was trying to go inside. Onyx shut the door. Then Lixer tried to go outside. Onyx shut the door. 2 moves completed there. That might have to be a warning or something. Mark's AI has just come into the pit. 16 lap old mediums, and if that's anything to go by, Lightning MFS will be pitting very, very soon on those tyres. And has Niels cut the corner or something there?
No, I don't know why, but
You've gone right on board.
I don't know why. Tyres are...
Yeah, 21 lap old mediums for him. And you should begin to pull away now, hopefully. Oh god, oh god, where are you going? Jesus Christ, don't join the track. Oh, he's there, he's still on the inside. Good racing though. I don't know how you didn't get a 3-second time penalty for that. Track extend, I was on board with that as well, so. And you've completed the move. No, yeah, oh my god, Jesus. Will's right on the back of Scuba further up the field. Oh dear. Keep it calm. Let's storm through behind you. Just get back in the rhythm. Try and get back in the rhythm.
I'm just gonna mute my mic 1 second.
Oh, and rage happening in the background. That's the yellow flags in Sector 2 for small guy. And he's, Mark NMFC has just unlocked himself. Which is great.
I'm fine now.
Are you fine? Just settle yourself. Calm it down. You can still try and get points. Niels has got a pit. And Lightning MFS might have to pit. Just calm yourself and take it easy. 15 seconds. Mark behind you's an AI. You don't have to worry about him. You don't have to worry about Storm ahead of you. Just try and get the car round.
I've got to.
And Will's right on the back of Scuba in the background. Elixir still hasn't got past Onyx. And Elixir is doing a fine job, I've got to say, on those softs in 7th. But they will begin to start wearing off around this stage of the race. They'll probably be gone by the end of this race, I would imagine. Will is now closing up helicopter cam on the battle for 3rd and 4th. Lightning MFS, I think Matt might have made a little bit of a mistake in 2nd. Because he's now 1.6 off the back of Lightning MFS. Very intriguing indeed. Punisher potentially could be on for a win if he can make those tyres last. Let's go on board with him actually. And do you know, actually those tyres are looking quite fresh. Bit of graining, but they're looking quite fresh. Maybe reaching the crossover period. Blistering now starting to occur on the left side. Please excuse me for that. Goodness me. Don't laugh at that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Lixer just has made a little bit of a mistake there on the back of Onyx. Just ran into a bit of the gravel a little bit. But now Will's all over the back of Scuba. Keep on flicking between these two battles because they are the closest two battles on track. Storm is trying to get Niels as well. Which you could have been there if you didn't have a spin. Which is quite unfortunate. Yellow flag in Sector 3. And... yeah, I'm not even going to say what has happened there, because you probably did see on your screens that small guy has crashed again. Don't retire, just get the car around. Even if you're lapped, just get the car around. And he's gone again.
I've literally put the car around.
Put assist on. Put assist on.
It's fine. It's how am I?
Oh, Storm! Nice move around the outside of Niels there. Beautiful by Storm. Fantastic move by B-League on B-League there. Oh, that's costly. I've just seen what's popped up on my screen. Will's got a 3-second time penalty.
Fuck's sake.
And you
I
can
already
hear
had one as well.
Right, I'm gonna check the penalty situation. Lightning MFS, 1 warning. Matt, 3 warnings, including 1 on this lap. Scuba, 2 warnings. And you've got 2 penalties.
Oh,
Wait, hang on, when did you get the other one?
I got 2 warnings in 1, which I think is a bit
16.
bullshit.
Lap 16. So essentially, you've got to try and win this race now. Is what we're saying. With 6 laps to go. Lightning MFS is still in front of this race, but for how long? He's gone 20 laps on those medium tyres. He is doing a grand job to try and keep those tyres going. Matt 32575 is the closest one to him at this point. He can inherit the mantelpiece from Lightning MFS if anything happens to the leader of this race. We are now in for a thrilling 6-lap finale here in TFRL. Is it 6 laps or is it 5 laps? 28, 29. Yeah, it's 6 laps. It's 6 laps. I don't know why I was double thinking there for some reason. Absolutely ridiculous. Small guy is now a lap down, but it's good to see that he's actually got the car on the track this time. Niels is in as well. Just saying. But this is not for position, obviously. I don't think. Mark's AI is 7.5 seconds behind you as well. Oh. But Will now on the back. Matt is within 6/10 of Lightning MFS, and those tyres are now beginning to go off. Blue flag's now in operation. Running down the straight, that is for Mark's AI, so don't worry about that. Will tries and driving there by the Irishman, and do you know what? If the top 2 seen Scuba in a prime spot to try and take the win of this race, now looking shot on Lightning MFS's car. Let's just ride on board with them. Oh, on the graining. With 5 laps to go, Matt's just picked up a 3-second time penalty though, and it throws the door wide open. If Lightning MFS picks up a 3-second time penalty, it's game on, because Scuba is 2.8 seconds off Matt, and he's only 3.5 seconds off the lead. Lightning MFS's tyres are going off. Matt now is right on the back, but the graining is now starting to take shape on his tyres as well. This is going to be very interesting. Small guy absolutely obliterates Seraph's lap. He's going to get fastest lap, I think, here, unless Niels can have anything to do about it. Lightning MFS starting lap 30 out of 33. 4 laps to go here in TFRL League Round 5. Lightning MFS, Matt trying to go for the move into turn 1, and he's trying to lunge it. Couldn't quite pull it off. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Need I say who it is? Yep, I've just went on board. I don't need to have a look at that anymore. I think he's got... There he is on the left-hand side.
There he is.
Goodness me. And... What?
Great Codemasters game. Great game.
That's a 10-second time penalty for absolutely nothing. What the hell? That was unbelievable. Anyways, battle for the lead. Scuba now within 3 seconds of Lightning MFS. That's going to be crucial, because if Lightning MFS's tyres go off, Scuba is going to win this race on his debut. Have we ever had a debut win in TFRL?
Yep.
Me last season in B League, but
yeah,
really
but I mean in A League. Have we had a one in B in what? Who? Montana, but I mean not counting like the first season.
No.
This will be the first debut win, potentially. If Lightning MFS tyres are going off, and now Matt is all over the back of him, he's going to go for a move into turn 1. Lap 31 out of 33 of the race. Is this the potential defining move of the race? Lightning MFS forcing him off track. Matt giving no room at all. He's nearly forced him off in the gravel there. And Scuba and Will's trying to take full advantage of it in behind. A little bit of a battle going on there. And now Matt has to just settle in. Will's got the move done. Scuba's hanging around the outside though. This is brave. This is very brave. He's now got the inside line. He's still side by side. Scuba's going to get the move done, I think, here. And he has. Nice parking of the car by the Williams driver. Will's still all over the back of him now. And this battling is now, dare I say it, beginning to bring Matthias back into play. Matthias is 2.5 seconds off. He's beginning to reel in these leaders. Scuba is now just inside the 3-second threshold that he wants. If Lightning MFS cannot get these tyres round, Neil's pitted with 24 lap old mediums earlier on in the race. Lightning MFS is about to do his 24th lap on those set of mediums. This is one unbelievable drive if you can get this home. Now, penultimate lap of the race. It's building up to a crescendo here in Spain. This is the race before the break, of course. Will now go around the outside of Scuba in the background. And he's got it done. Nice move, Will. Up to third. Beautiful move. Forcing Scuba off track as well a little bit there. Who I think was just forcing a bit of his own mistake. But that battling now. Both drivers now outside the 3-second threshold. Will, of course, has got 6 seconds. I don't need to remind him of that. 7th right on the back of Hamres as well. Hamres right on the 7th right on the back of Hamres as well. So much going on, I can't keep up. Lightning MFS. Can he get these tyres home? Can he get these tyres home? If he can keep an advantage.
My front left is on 63.
Your front left's on 63. Lightning MFS tyres are going. They are going.
I dread to think what his are on.
They are going. He's having to take it so slowly through the corners. This is unreal. If he can get these home another lap, this could be driver of the season. Lightning MFS. Now Matt is all over the back of him. Matt is closer than he's ever been to Lightning MFS. Lightning MFS is trying to defend the position. Matt not running in the slipstream. He's just got about enough legs in the Renault to try and get past round the outside into turn 1. Turns in a little bit there. Lightning MFS keeps the lead of the race. This is building up to be such a dramatic finish on the final lap of the Grand Prix here in Spain. Lightning MFS trying to hang on to his tyres. The rest are trying to catch him. Lightning MFS is doing a sterling job to try and make this race, to make these tyres go 26 laps on these mediums. Seraph has now got Hamres in the background as well. LMC, Will and Scuba aren't done with yet as well. Matt just making a little bit of mistake. Lightning MFS. Can Matt get him through the flat right-hander? He's pulling out more of the leader. This is so unbelievable. Matt, of course, has the 3-second penalty. He's going for a move down the inside. A little bit of contact. They touch. Lightning MFS is now having to give up second. Can these tyres last to the end for a potential podium finish? Matt is trying to get away. 3 seconds. He's got to find 2.6 seconds in a couple of corners. They come round the final couple of corners. 4 cars within camera shot. Matt is going to come across the line here in first. But Lightning MFS has run out of fuel on the final death. But he gets second still because of the penalty situation. Dramatic circumstances to end the race. Matt hangs on to third. Matthias jumps Will to finish fourth. Will in fifth. Lixa sixth. Onyx Mur coming round the final couple of corners now. He's round the final corner and he's going to finish seventh. Seraph in eighth. Hamres in ninth. Onyx has the penalty though. Seraph and Hamres both jumped in. Storm is going to be the last driver to complete the track. What a dramatic what a dramatic finish to that end of the race. My voice is nearly gone. My God, that was brilliant. Oh, just waiting for Storm to come in. Let's have a read of your comments, because that was just such a thrilling end. Lightning MFS. Oh, I've just realised Scuba's taken the win. Shit.
Yeah.
Apologies for the language, but Scuba's taken the win. Yeah, I'm totally not on the ball, as you can probably tell. But Scuba takes the win. Wow. Race of the season. I'm gonna probably keep saying it every single race. TFRL A-League keeps on delivering with the driving standards, with the drivers, and apart from that Constantino effect in turn one, in lap one I should say, apart from the Mark and Stinner winner incident, we are promoting clean, competitive and social racing here, and we are just getting started here in TFRL A-League. And now for the standings. Scuba takes it by 0.3 of a second. If he did, Lightning MFS, if he didn't run out of fuel, would have taken a win. But it's our fifth win, fifth separate winner of the season. Absolutely unbelievable. Scuba wins. Lightning MFS is going to get my driver of the day though, for a sterling performance on 26 lap all mediums. Matt in third, running off the podium. Matthias just ends off 1.2 seconds off the podium spot. Will in fifth, and I've got to say 5 seconds separating the top 5. Brilliant. Lixa in sixth. Seraph got Hamres on the final lap, on the penultimate lap to get 7th. Hamres had a 3-second time penalty. Onyx in 9th, Storm in 10th, he gets the final point. Niels, Mark, Fran, Small Guy, Stinnerwin and Weislich and Toad all competed in this race. And I'm absolutely out of breath. Oh. That take me 2 seconds to recover, and I will do some driver interviews. Oh. Who shall we get in for... invite anyone if you want for driver interviews. I'm not too fussed.
What a race.
Oh my God. I cannot get over how good that race was. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. To think we were missing drivers like Boastman. We were missing drivers like Kazizzle. We were missing Thick Rogue. Mark, on a good day, we were missing. Fran, we were missing. What could have been? This race could have been so much better than what it played out to be. And now I'm hosting the lobby. I don't want to do that. Let's do a bit of Grand Prix mode. And of course, we do have a break after this race. Well needed for my voice, certainly. After that. Is anybody coming in for driver interviews? You're party owner, if you want to invite people.
Right
just
then.
checking.
So we've got
Matthias could get an invite.
Nails, Onyx, Storm.
TF punted me at turn 1. Who's TF?
I don't think TF is a driver.
TF. No, Matt Tibos has put in a comment in, that's why.
Yeah, TF is not a driver.
Right, I've invited a couple of drivers in. I shall invite Scuba as well.
Oh. Right, let me get the race order up so I can actually
Matthias has joined.
see who is joining.
Hello.
Hang on a minute, I'm just waiting to see if people join. And they are beginning to, which is very good. Just waiting to see if anybody else wants to join. And then we'll commence driver interviews in about a minute's time. And predictably, my lemonade ran out right at the end of that race. My voice feels like it's on fire now after that last couple of laps.
I thought last week was a good race, but this one's just completely...
I thought last week set the standard for the whole season, but this Spain race has just taken it to a whole new level. I've got to credit every single driver, apart from Mark NUFC, every single driver who participated tonight at some point in the race, drove cleanly, competitively and socially. Hats off to you. Absolutely brilliant job. And if this sets the standard for the rest of the season, then I can't describe how proud I am of every single one of these drivers. I cannot describe it. I feel like crying. I'm in that sort of mood. A little baby boy being raised, if you like. But let's get on with some driver interviews, because that's what you're all here for, I'm guessing. Let's start off with the guy that positioned highest up in the field, and let's go for Mr. Matthias. How are you doing this evening?
Not bad.
Not bad. Good race for you, 4th place. Talk us through how you felt qualifying and the race went.
Qualifying was a bit disappointing. I lost 4 tenths in the last sector. So I didn't start by 1-2. 1-2. And the race was not bad. Didn't quite have the pace compared to the other guys, but just kept it clean and didn't get penalties. And that's how I ended up with 4th.
Yeah, you did get 4th. Did you pull off any good moves? Did I see you pull off any good moves?
I'm not sure. I was concentrating that much.
Yeah, I mean, 4th place is still a great result. I mean, the talent of the drivers that we've got obviously here tonight, and you're one of the top 5. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it could have been so much different if everyone didn't get penalties. But
yeah.
I've lost my train of thought. I was going to ask you another question. Tyres. What percentage were your tyres on at the end of the race?
Oh, I didn't check all stints.
Didn't check all stint. Well, I felt sorry for Lightning MFS, if I've got to be honest, because 26 laps he got on those mediums. One-stops can be done, and he proved that one-stop can be done. No, he didn't get a puncture. Must have been so close to getting one.
Wow.
Must have run out of fuel then at the end.
He did. He ran out of fuel right at the end of the race. Literally did a Billy in F3, in FRL F3. But we do have a week break. How are you going to be spending your week's break? From League Racing, from TFRL.
Who?
You. I'm asking you.
Oh. Yeah, not sure to be honest. Probably crying because TFRL is not racing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, I could have brought the break forward this week with it being the Mexican Grand Prix, but I decided, you know what, we may as well have a week's break, and then, God Almighty, we're back for Monaco.
Cannot wait.
Cannot wait. Baptism of fire after a week's break. Perfect.
#1 in the world.
Actually, will you be here for Monaco, Matthias?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately. But unfortunately, you're here with us. So that's all the better. But
Yeah, that's not the bad thing. Monaco is.
Exactly. No, Monaco is a bad thing. But you being here is absolutely brilliant. And I really appreciate it. So thank you very much for your time this evening. Will, you're next. How did your qualifying and race went? Of course, you went on... Excuse me. You went on pole. You got the break. Did you think those first couple of laps could go any better for you?
Not really. I mean, I think I probably went the wrong way in setup with the softs and the ballast. I probably went too low a ballast, especially with the high-speed corners. But yeah, first stint went quite well. I probably should have pitted a lap earlier. But yeah, and then the mediums felt unbelievable compared to the softs.
Yeah. And what was your lap 16 penalty for? Did you run wide somewhere?
Yeah, so going through the left-right before you go through the flat-out right, and then you've got the DRS, the warnings you get there are a bit dodgy. Because some laps I was completely cutting it and I wasn't getting a warning, and then some laps I was really putting my two left wheels on it and I was getting warnings. So yeah.
No heroics
And-
into Sander
oh.
Vop, please. We're in amongst the pack and just need to stay in one piece.
So I was just letting me engineer talk over us there. Monaco, next race. How do you feel like you're going to get on at the worst track in the F1 calendar?
I think I might do alright. I mean, my completely legit #1 in the world should help me out quite a bit.
A completely legit world record. But please tell the viewers what you did on your completely legitimate lap. World
So-
exclusive.
So I did have the world record by wall riding around Lowe's hairpin and getting away with it. Then the two TMC boys of Crypto and Barry beat me today, so I thought, oh, I'm just gonna find new ways to cheat. So if you didn't know already, you can wall ride Rascas and get away with it. So if you do want to go and do well at Monaco, you can do that.
Don't do it in the TFRL race, though. Do it in time trial in your own time. That's what we're trying to say here. But,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Will. Who else have we got in the party? We've got Lixer. Is Lixer here?
I am indeed.
You are indeed. 6th place for our B-League current championship in P1 in B-League. How'd your race went? You was a late call-up.
Yeah, it went really well. I know that in order to race in A-League I need to have perfect races by my standard just to have any chance of points, and I think I didn't really make any mistakes the whole race.
Yeah, I mean, how long did you last on those mediums in that first stint?
The mediums I only took to that 18. It was more the softs I did 15 on, so by the end of the race my tyres were about 75%, so that was quite scary.
Yeah, at one point I've got to say you were looking all over the back of Onyx. Was it the tyres that went at that point in the race?
No, I think it was just driving behind him. The almost flat right-hander onto the straight into the third sector. I could never keep close to him, and that was the thing that stopped me from overtaking. I think the tyres only really gave off in the last 2 laps, and I just backed off to save a puncture. But other than that, no, they're pretty good. I think on the low fuel they don't really degrade that much, so I think it was quite an equal fire.
Yeah, I've got to congratulate you on your 6th place tonight. I mean, brilliant performance, and you're worthy of that promotion already, but you've got to win that B-League title first if you want that promotion. And speaking of B-League, tomorrow night, are you going to be attending?
I am, thankfully. I can't guarantee attendance at any events, but I am for sure racing tomorrow.
Fantastic. And you're looking, of course, to follow up on that success in China and that 2nd place in Baku. Do you think you've got a good chance around here, knowing that you've performed well in A-League tonight?
I really want to win because it seems like I'm the champion of 2nd places. Like, I think almost all my podiums this year have been seconds. I got loads of seconds last year in the F3 in the league that's not to be named. I'd just like to win a bit more. It'd be really nice.
Well, you've already got 2 2nd places here, and I mean, Wise League has been the king of 2nd places in TFRL this season. Sadly, he didn't finish tonight, but hopefully you'll get back to thingy. Thank you very much. You're free to go.
Cheers, glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, it's thrilling. Oh, thank you very much. And last but not least, Small Guy 2001. How was your incredibly eventful race?
I'm pretty embarrassed to say.
Was it?
From the whole race, the race as a whole, I'm very embarrassed with it.
You're very embarrassed. Are you more embarrassed at those mistakes as you doing them as a person, or you knowing that I caught most of them on stream?
It's more that I put in about an hour and a half to 2 hours of practice over yesterday and today, and for it to not prove any, like, have a big effect in the race, it's not good. And also, with the past 4 races, this will be the 5th one in a row where I've been caught up in various incidents and not doing very well. I am going to say that I will be happily give up my spot as a full-time F1
That looked
driver
bad.
for the
Are you
likes of
alright?
Mixer,
Let me know you're alright.
because I think that he's good enough for the A-League.
So is
A-League
this
job.
essentially saying you're retiring from league racing?
Yes, I have not yet told the TUF guys yet.
Ooh. What are we
and
gonna
I will
do
be
with you?
telling them right after this. Don't worry, I will be in GT Sport because it is a fun game. It isn't like this game, which is full on retarded. And we actually have clean drivers.
Well, we had clean drivers tonight on the most part. You didn't get to see them, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't. Turn 4,
Yeah.
I had the tap from behind. That's why you saw me go very wide, to say the least.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a tap there, and then Mark panicked me into going up the inside because I thought he was just going to go extremely wide, and that's why I tagged him in. And then everyone, I just felt
Are you okay?
a load of cars.
That was a big
in the
one.
rear end.
Confirm you're okay, please.
Everyone's race.
But yeah, I mean, we're
And so,
gonna. Yeah. I mean, it's a shame that you're retiring from driving, but I know I can put you to better use behind the scenes, anyways. So really, it's a win-win. Indeed. And I was going to ask you about Monaco. What are you going to do well around there? But you've already announced it, so I don't need to say it.
I mean, even if I was going to race, probably I would say the same answer. If I was going to say it, I probably won't finish. And I probably won't even make it to the end of the first lap.
Most people probably won't make it around in Monaco. It'll be like Baku, 6 finishes. Nailing it on now. But, I think we're finished with the driver interviews. Thank you very much for everyone that has done an interview tonight. If you do want an interview very quickly, then ask to join the party. Because Billy is very upset at you leaving as a driver in the comment section.
Well, the time comes, and
Very happy proving the B League drivers are actually very good. That's in relation to Lixer, and yeah, I mean, great drive from him. Great drive by most people tonight. We did have that little bit of a moment with Mark NUFC. I'm going to speak to him behind the scenes and get Dinner Winner's point of view, get Mark's point of view, and sort it out behind the scenes. So I'll sort that out in private because I caught most of the action that was happening anyways. So I'll have a word with them. GT Sport. Oh no, I keep on thinking it's Sunday tomorrow. We've got TFRL B League tomorrow at an earlier time of 6 o'clock. This has been done in accordance to the Mexican Grand Prix qualifying, which is at 7 o'clock UK time. So we're starting at 6 o'clock UK time. guys, make sure you're on. Make sure you're on for 6 o'clock because I'm not going to be waiting around for anyone running 5-10 minutes late tomorrow night. I want to get that race done, out the way. It's only going to affect 10-15 minutes of qualifying at the most. So I mean, it's literally hardly any time for qualifying. It's just part of Q1 that we're going into. And hopefully we get a good attendance for TFRL B League tomorrow night. Is there anything else anybody wants to address while we are here?
Codemasters, fix your game.
Apart from Codemasters, fix your game. CSR are looking for a few talented drivers, by the way. My co-commentator would have been here, I guarantee, of looking over the driving talent that we've got here in TFRL A League. Oh! And I got a mention from Onyx Mir. Thank you very much. I've just picked up on that. Oh, it's very sweet. Very, very, very sweet of him. Thank you very much, Onyx. Anyways, and yeah, GT Sport. If you're wondering what's happening with GT Sport on Sundays, that's still going to go ahead. That's going to be in an earlier time. I'm wanting everyone in the lobby by 5:30 on Sunday because the race starts at 7:10. And I want to get 10 minutes of qualifying done. Then we have our first race, 20 minutes, 10-minute break, 20 minutes. Should lead us nicely up to about 7 o'clock and get in time before the race. So that's what's happening with GT Sport, and that's what's happening with B League. Myself and Small Guy are going to be working on something behind the scenes over the weekend. So if you do see us on another game, don't worry and don't presume anything because there'll be an announcement coming very, very soon. Website I'm aiming to get done over the weekend as well. So we should have a website up and running by the end of the weekend. And yeah, anybody else want to add anything?
Lee Mavis got an egghead.
What was that, Matthias?
Roblox.
Who sounds like a robot?
No, Roblox.
Oh, Roblox. I was going to say, if my
something.
mic was quite bad, then yeah. But
I might add something. Right. For the esports team, we do have very competitive Gran Turismo, and a lot of people are fast on that. So if you want to create a Gran Turismo esports team, then look there and watch the race. Pretty good, pretty close racing, and everyone's pretty quick. At least 8 of us are, to say the least.
yeah, I mean, you can probably see me now causing crashes. Oh, I've just sent Hamilton nearly over the barrier. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. Alonso's got no wheels. Thank you very much for watching. And until B League tomorrow night, it is goodbye. What a crash that was. Goodbye.